Imagine you're just like, oh yeah, I can't wait to listen to the podcast today, and it's just like in Korean, and you're like,
I hate that. Oh no.
Why?
no one's right.
Last week I had to get up at 4:30 in the morning, and it was awful. Yeah, I've been
Dan,
dreaming
which
a
one
lot
did you feel
lately
better
my
about?
teeth falling out.
That was a bit of a start.
Okay.
What, no?
That means you're stressed. Now, which clap did
Yeah, I
you
know.
like better?
Oh, the second one, I think. Why?
Well, you fired in so quick, I didn't get to ask you because the claps were very different on my end, so I wanted to make sure.
You want to do a third clap?
No, as long as your second one's good, I'll just use your second
My
one.
second one sounded clean.
As in sync
Sounded
with
like a
Jackson?
clean- Yeah.
Yeah,
Sounded
that's it.
like some good clap.
Anyway, you're stressed.
Yeah, I know.
That's why you're spitting
I know.
teeth in your
I know.
dreams.
It's one of those like there's like a handful of dreams that just always happen to people, right?
Mhm.
Being back in school, teeth falling out, that kind of thing.
Being back in school with no teeth.
With no teeth. The thing is, I always feel like there's like a difference, right? For me, it's never like oh, I've lost a tooth. Like that's never what it feels like. In these dreams, it's always one of two things: either fucking teeth crumbling like to the consistency of Pop Rocks in my mouth, or like the entire gum line coming out as one big chunk.
Huh.
It's never
Gumline. That's my favorite Nick Cannon movie.
So
It's just, I don't know. I feel like when people talk about their teeth falling out in dreams, I always imagined it as oh fuck, my teeth fell out, and not my teeth have crumbled into a bunch of tiny pebbles, or I now have essentially dentures.
I mean, I've never heard the dentures one, but teeth falling out in the sense of crumbling is a pretty common one.
Fair enough. I don't know. I knew it was like I said, I knew it's one of those ones that like people talk about, and it's like, hey, it means that you are stressed out about something. Which, shock of shocks, who would be stressed out in these days?
I know, right?
I don't know. Yeah, that's been my life lately. I've been having that a lot.
I mean, I don't know what to do to
maybe
tell you
2 or 3 times a week.
Yeah, that's a lot. I don't know what to do to like be like, hey Dan, try this. I don't know.
Well, it's
Have you
really
tried
weird 'cause I don't-
smoking weed? That might help you be less stressed.
dude. I have not slunked the gang weed. I don't usually dream. I feel like I'm one of those people that like either never. Well, I guess that technically I don't remember my way to say that.
Okay.
I always hated that when you're like when I'm like when I feel well, I don't really dream a lot, and they're like, well, actually, you do. You just don't remember them, and I'm like, bro.
Yeah, how do you know? What you doing in my head?
They're just like,
You've
hey, I
been
don't
there.
dream, and
Yeah,
then
like-
you always get that response. Actually, everyone's allergic to pineapple. So
Exactly. And it's just calm down. We get it. You're very smart. Everyone dreams, I know. But also, if you dream and don't remember the dream, it what's the point talking about it? You know what I mean?
Yeah. What is the sound
Yeah, I
of
suppose
one hand
so.
clapping?
Exactly. So how you guys doing? How's your week been? This what are we on? Final week of February?
And you
That's
were
out
telling a
of-
story.
Was I?
Yeah, about your teeth dream, like, and how you don't dream.
Oh, that was it.
That was the end.
That was the end. I just don't dream very often. It's weird because I've been dreaming a lot lately, and it's always been the teeth thing.
Huh.
I don't know, and it's always in different contexts. It's never just like I'm. And it always is like one of those like, oh, I'm dreaming that I'm fucking doing a very mundane thing. I wake up in the morning and my teeth are gone, and that like it's one of those ones where you're like, oh yes, I have woken up from a dream, and then surprise, that you are the dream kind of thing. I don't know.
I guess.
It's just been a weird. It's been a weird happenstance lately. I don't know It's weird.
Do you have any dreamers? Any dreamers in
In the audience tonight?
Audience who are going to analyze the dreams of Dan. See, that's one thing. Like, you guys know me. I'm not one much for
Yeah.
silly stuff
Mhm.
or pseudoscientific ideologies, I suppose. But things like that, like crystal healing, chakras. I'm like, get out of here.
I don't need that. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't need that. But like dreams is one thing where I'm like, I buy it. I buy that they mean something, not because I'm like, because like that's something that's more cosmic, but just because I'm like, oh yeah, they're created by your brain while you're asleep. It's probably your subconscious doing some kind of action related.
Your
to when
subconscious
you're awake.
losing its goddamn mind.
Yeah.
Dude,
I can buy that. That sounds right.
I totally agree. I feel like dreams are one of those things that I just assume, even if they don't mean something on the cosmic sense, they mean something to you, right?
You know what I want to talk about today?
Hmm.
It's a big one. You know how I've talked about before, international cultural exchange through a love of eating same foods but in different areas in
Yeah.
different ways.
Sure.
So basically, I want you. Have you guys ever heard of Korean corn dogs before?
No.
Can't say that I have.
All right, look up
I'm so
Korean
excited.
corn dogs.
No.
I'm glad that you're excited for Korean corn dogs, Noah.
That makes it sound like it's a
Um,
bad thing.
Corn dog. Is that full of cheese?
Actually, I'm gonna be honest, looking at this right now.
Yeah, the thing about them is like they're called like people call them like Korean corn dogs or K dogs or Korean like cheese
It's just
dogs.
fried cheese. It's just a mozzarella stick on a stick.
It's a mozzarella stick on a stick, and it's also not a corn batter. It's just flour.
I'll be honest, I'm actually way more on board with these than I am with regular corn dogs.
First of all, that's wrong, but second of all, that's okay. I love corn dogs, as you all know, as everyone who knows me knows.
As we are done been known.
Yeah, everyone who knows me is like that guy. He likes corn dogs. You know that people see me, they like just from the look of me, they think I like corn dogs.
Yeah. It's a wild scenario, honestly. You wouldn't
I have a corn dog look to me. Anyway, so the Korean corn dogs are cool.
Yeah, I never heard of that before. Yeah, but they are 100% just mozzarella. I'm a little upset.
No, they're not always just cheese.
Dogs.
There's a lot of variety in them. Like some of them will just have hot dogs in them. Some will have like fish sausages in them. But a lot of them just have like cheese. Some of them have, like half cheese, half hot dog.
I don't think I've ever had a fish sausage.
You know, some people like them.
It doesn't sound pleasant to me, but like
some people like them. I think they are.
I've had fish.
Well, how does that work? What do you are they? Is it like fish? Is it fish meat inside of a like pork casing? Like how does that work?
It's kind of like a fish cake.
Okay.
Can you guys hear me? I don't know if I'm coming through at all.
I'm pretty into fish cakes. Not gonna lie.
I feel like you can't hear me.
We can hear you, Noah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
We couldn't for a minute.
No,
we were just talking, Noah. God.
Fuck you. I'm having actual issues, bitch.
You better keep this in the episode.
I'm having Audition doesn't look like it's recording properly, but I'm seeing it show up in on the lower things, so I think it's fine. I've had this issue before.
You want to stop it and restart it?
But Discord has been consistently cutting out for me today. This is actually the worst connection I've had to Discord in years.
Do we need to change? Here, let me do a quick adjust. Let me do some hacker shit.
Okay. And by hacker shit, you mean you're going to change our region?
I'm changing our region. Yes, we're now US. We're now US fucking central, baby.
If it works, it works.
If it works, it works, and if it doesn't work, it's probably Noah's fault.
No, it definitely would be a my end thing because I know Nina's on a Discord call as well. And while our internet should be more than capable of handling, God forbid, 2 Discord calls, you never know.
Mm-hmm. I feel that. I've had to come to terms lately with the fact that my internet has shit the bed, frankly, lately. Like a lot. Because fuck Comcast. Am I right, gamers?
All internet companies, in fact. But yes.
Yes. Comcast is just like it. My download speed is okay, but my upload speed is like a fraction of what it should be. And on one hand, I probably should just make the call and be like, "Hey, fix my shit." On the other hand, that means I have to sit on the phone for like 3 hours with customer service, where they're going to endlessly tell me, "But sir, it's saying it's fine on our end. It's definitely on your end," and I have to be like, "No, it's not on my end. Get your shit together."
Dan, I don't mean to say that you don't know what you're doing, but it might be on your end.
Man, last week I had to get up at 4:30 in the morning, and it was awful. I had to get up at like 4:30, and because our internet went out, and I had to sit on the phone with customer service for like 4 hours trying to get my internet back up.
4:30 because the internet went out.
Because Michelle works overnights, and she was still on the clock and couldn't like step away from. She couldn't sit on a phone call for 4 hours because she was still working.
Gotcha.
Also, just a heads up, I just got my text message, so I'm only here for about 20 minutes. You guys are going to lose me before the end of the episode.
Well, we had you for some of it. You know, before you leave, I think this is something that I need to specifically tell you as well about.
This seems like a
no, it's something that I think that you specifically more than Jackson are going to be interested in.
I don't have any
the
interest,
newer the trend of classifying your personal style as main character energy. Are you familiar with this at all?
You were right. I'm not into that.
I am not.
Okay.
But go on.
So the vibe of it is you have you basically you post a picture of yourself and you're like giving off big main character energy in this, whatever, you know, it's mostly a self-assigned type of thing. But it's a picture where you like in my mind, it's always like I'm imagining I'm a background character in Persona or not, because those background characters have zero effort put into them. And then you can always tell when there's like some important character, anyone that you're going to talk to, because they're the only modeled different character. But yeah, I don't know. Main character energy. It's a thing that I've been seeing pop up a little more recently. I know I already sound painfully out of touch, even talking about this.
You do, and I'm just gonna have to look this up because you're not helping at all.
I don't know how to explain it outside of the name. The name itself is
what does main character energy on TikTok mean? The TikTok.
Oh, you know what? That might be part of the issue, is that I'm seeing it secondhand on Twitter. But yeah,
everything's secondhand on Twitter.
That's very fair to say. However, I don't know. I kind of dig it. I think as a concept, it's pretty fun. But I also, I was really hoping that y'all had heard about this, because I can't open Google right now.
I've heard about it
to give better examples. I'm glad you have, at least.
I just don't have like the highest take on it, I suppose, because like a lot of times it seems more disparaging to people around you.
And that is a big problem.
That's what I'm kind of seeing right now. Yeah.
A lot of it's like, these guys are not the main character like I am, and you're like, what? Well, obviously they don't say it like that.
Yeah, there is. I guess there is a very strong core like narcissism problem with it, where it ends up boiling down to this like I'm better than everyone else thing.
It's that fine line between narcissism and self-love, right? Like it is.
It's also the same as like I've heard people saying they're the main character, or like someone, like not them, like pointing to someone else and saying that's the main character. And it's just like, oh, we're all just like not the main. There's no such thing as a main character. We're all just people.
I don't know if I believe that.
Why so?
I don't know. I feel like we're all the main character in our own story. Like that's the point.
So what we're saying is the same thing then?
No, because you said there's no main character, and I said there is. It's just a lot of different stories.
So if everyone's the main character,
that's kind of the angle, isn't it?
Whoever the point of view character, whoever the person talking is, whoever the point of view character is.
But I'm always the point of view character.
Like, I don't know. I feel like
I'm never going to stop being the point of view character.
Yeah, so you're the main character in your own story.
If everyone's the main character, no one's the main character.
That only works for if everyone's special, then no one is.
That's literally what being the main character is.
This isn't a special thing. This is a point of view perception of the world thing.
But I never.
This is a participation trophy scenario.
I can't get with you on this one. I'm definitely not on your side. I'm sorry.
That's fine.
All I wanted to say about it was I like it when people are like the angle of hyping themselves up about like some outfit that they're really into today. Like that angle of like
for sure.
Yeah, no, that's great. I'm personally not seeing it in the context of outfits. I'm seeing it in the context of fucking I'm gonna fucking dance alone in my room, and that's main character energy.
Yeah, there is kind of the narcissists and the egomaniacs, and then the people who are just kind of sad with it, and then there's just a lot of angles to it that don't quite always work out.
Listen, dude, I am always here for if you are truly happy with your style, be happy with your style, unless it's Noah's style, in which case fuck Noah's
you
style.
You haven't even seen my new style. All you know is that it has a yellow flannel now.
To be fair, you did say that it has a yellow flannel, and I feel like that's got to be a centerpiece of your style at this point. Like, who wears a yellow flannel? Like, what do? Put yellow flannel under a black t-shirt?
Under a black t-shirt? Why would I put a t-shirt over a button-up?
I don't know. That's why I'm asking.
Dumb as hell.
Wait until Dan discovers multiple clothing pieces that make up a wardrobe.
For your information, it's a black t-shirt under the yellow flannel.
I mean, obviously.
I'm finally having a use for these black t-shirts again.
I mean, that's totally different. That's totally different.
And then the vest goes over the flannel.
There it is. The black vest, of course.
Well, the vest, since it's distressed, the yellow the yellow flannel shows through the denim in a really nice way. It's actually pretty.
Okay, that actually,
it's a good get.
That's pretty solid. I'll give you that. Also, I want it on record that I do not actually hate Noah's style.
He just says it all the time.
It is just,
which is pretty much the same.
I just say it partially for the meme, and also Noah and I have, frankly, I think the antithetical styles, right? Like I would like to believe that my ideal style is extremely like high end and refined, and then Noah prefers grunge, and there's nothing wrong with a grunge style. It's just that because we are very different people, that is why our aesthetics clash.
I want to look like
anyway.
crust punk who knows how to shower.
And that's super fair. And I want to look like I've fucking walked out of a tailor shop at any given time.
I'm going to jail.
And I have crippling depression.
Billick?
What?
I said Billick?
Man, that... So, speaking of Billick and Westerns, known enemy of the podcast, Sam, has been talking about for a while. So she ran a D&D game for myself and known acquaintance of the podcast, Kesney, a couple of months ago. And she's talking about doing a follow-up campaign, like a new campaign, same setting, but much more Western themed, kind of a different region. And I am very, very, very torn on either A, bringing back my character from last time, or B, reviving Billick, dude. I miss Billick Railspring. He was
it Rail Spring? I thought it was Rail Spark.
Also, mostly I just miss doing his voice. I think that was endlessly in contention, if I remember correctly. I think we went back and forth on it like 7 times.
Man, it's in writing. Billick Allspark. It's right
not
there.
All anything.
Billick Allspark. I remember.
Billick Allfather. Ooh, what you drinking?
I actually totally forgot that would pick up. I was just thirsty and I've been staring at this thing. I'm an idiot. I'm sorry. It's my sparkling water for today. Wegmans Blackberry Tangerine. I haven't seen waveforms form on.
No, we've done this.
I'm watching my audition, and waveforms have not been there for the last
years.
15 minutes.
No, we've been doing this podcast for literally multiple years, and you didn't know it would pick up.
No, I knew it would pick up. I blanked on that it would pick up. I can only watch my thing show a big flat line for so long, and have my Discord cutting in and out constantly. So long before I'm like, nothing is real anymore. I simply exist in this world that I have a Blackberry Tangerine sparkling water from Wegmans.
Thank you for getting back on point.
You're welcome.
I was about to just start.
But yeah, Blackberry Tangerine, fantastic flavor combination. Wegmans is killing it in the sparkling water game. I had almost considered doing the lemon lime, but I knew if I brought myself in a lemon lime sparkling water, the only thing I would hear is, well, Noah, why don't you just have a Sprite? Or better yet, just have regular water with a slice of lemon and a slice of lime. Which is a fair...
Listen, dude, I've already passed that. I've done it once. I'm done with it. I don't just reiterate myself over and over when it's convenient. Come on, what the hell?
Well, I mean, I think in the case of that one, that would be a more fair one, though, because I like it. It's nice, but I'm not going to pretend I'm not going to enjoy a plain water with lemon and lime in it more.
I'm not going to lie to you. I have my water bottle next to me, and it desperately makes me want to go in the other room and just grab some fucking lemon.
I do love lemon water.
I've been trying to get back into the... So I started to realize that I don't know if it's just I don't like water that has sat in my water bottle for too long, or if it's the room temperature. But man, if I don't drink my water within like an hour or two of me pouring it, it's just going to end up sitting in that bottle for the rest of the day, and I'm not going to get back to it.
I'm not going to lie. I've actually moved toward room temperature water in recent times, and I don't know why.
I'm a big room temperature water fan.
I like it colder than room temp, but not cold. I think cold water is like a fucking nightmare.
Okay, well, that
destroys my teeth, for one thing. My teeth are
I
super sensitive.
I also really don't like drinking out of bottles.
What do you like as opposed to glasses?
I would prefer to not drink water over drinking water out of a bottle.
What kind of bottle? Are we talking like a plastic bottle, or are we talking like a water bottle?
I mean, I just don't like them.
Y'all have seen my water bottle. I love that thing, but I also
I'm a glass guy.
Enjoy drinking out of glass a lot more, or a cup, any sort of cup, nature's cup, glass cup.
When I drink though too, I stand at the sink,
and then I
pour water, and I drink all of the water I put in the cup.
I thought you were about to just say that you turn the sink on and you shove your head under the water.
Same.
God, I wish.
I also thought that. Also, my problem and it was something I discovered in college, is that I like to have something to drink in front of me, and my problem is that if it is not water, it will be whatever I have it on hand. I'm not gonna get up and go get a drink of water. But if I have water in front of me, I'll happily drink it because I'm a lazy piece of shit who doesn't have like I don't think that I'm thirsty enough to go get water until I am way too thirsty. You know what I mean? I actually saw a thing the other day about bamboo water bottles. I don't know if you guys saw that at all.
I have not.
Like what?
Yeah, it's literally instead of it was a state in India, and I don't remember which one off the top of my head. I just saw the headline. I didn't look super far into it. Here, you know what? I can look into it right now.
You just put water in bamboo?
Well, no, it's a water bottle made out of bamboo. It's like a water bottle made out of bamboo. Like it's just made out of fucking Okay, here, let me grab an image. Okay, well, this is just okay. I just want to copy your image, please. Okay, it's not gonna let me. So it is let's see, it's 100% leak proof. It is a full bamboo water bottle, no like lining or anything. It's just bamboo, completely organic, and it is supposed to be extremely good for the environment compared to as opposed to something like obviously like plastic water bottles. I don't know because I feel like
it's like a non-reusable. It's like a disposable.
It's designed to be disposable, but it is available as reusable. Yes.
Okay.
Let's see how much is it's about $5, so they're definitely supposed to be reusable. Cutting, boiling, drying, smoking, joining, and finishing them. I don't know. It's just kind of neat. Especially because I don't really like the taste of plastic. Right? I do not that is genuinely the biggest problem with like my plastic water bottle here is that like after a while it just tastes like plastic, and I hate it. I hate that a lot. But I thought maybe one out of bamboo would be kind of neat.
I can get behind that. That's why I like my metal bottle. The water only actually starts.
I see. I don't like the taste. I don't like the taste of metal either.
I have had bottles that leach the metal taste into it, and this one does not. I'm wondering if that's like a steel versus aluminum thing, or like what's going on with that. Because my aluminum bottle did that.
Does yours have a lining?
It does not. It's just metal, as far as I know. As far as I know, it is steel.
Maybe I'll have to get.
Yeah, I got mine from Walmart. It was like $15. You can get a big boy for more, or a smaller one, which I think might be what you're after, and it's double lined like the Yetis are, so it stays cold. But yeah, I only start to dislike it after it's been in there for a couple days, and I gotta be honest, if my water's in there for a couple days, it's time to dump it out anyway. So
yeah.
I mean, I say that like it's not an eternal cycle of water in that just keeps getting refilled.
Yeah, exactly. How often do you actually have water in the thing that stays there for
exactly?
A couple of
like
days?
I would say that this bottle gets at least fully cycled through every day or two, and I definitely wash it on a regular basis, not every now and then. It's very regular.
The way you're saying that, Noah, makes me feel like you're lying.
I don't know why you would think that. I wash it frequently.
I mean, to be fair, if you're only putting water in your water
and
bottle,
then my mouth touches it. But continue.
And then your mouth touches it, but what are you doing? Are you spitting back into it? Like I don't know. If you just rinse it out when you fill it up again, like I feel like that's probably plenty.
Well, no, that's not the problem.
Not
because
for like
the
long
water,
term. Not
because I waterfall. It's not usually a huge deal. So as long as it's clean at first and the water that keeps getting put in is clean, it's not that huge of a problem. However, when I do touch it, there's always going to be a little bit of backwash unless I'm super, super careful. And it's mostly the seal that I want to clean because now this is going to sound very gross, but there is a taste difference in the water the day that I clean the bottle. And I never notice the taste changing. But I always notice it tastes different the day that the bottle's been cleaned, which is weird, and I don't think about it.
I mean, that's fair to not want to.
But yeah, I'm starting to clean it like once a week, like on a Monday or something, because I have a lot of the day free. That's usually enough.
Yeah, I've the only problem I have with I have like one of the. It's like it was literally like a $5. I got a set of like 3 of them. The only problem with my water bottle is that because it has it has a no spill type thing, right? So it has like a spring loaded thing where you actually have to hold the button down to take a drink. That part is so difficult. The internals of it essentially are very difficult to clean, and so I can't just like run it through the dishwasher. I have to like sit there and like scrub and arrange and shoot water at it in different angles to actually try and clean the damn thing.
No, I get that.
I used to have one that had an infuser in it, and that was awesome. I love that thing, but I broke that. So turns out you're not supposed to land on water bottles.
Like when you fall over?
Like Like when you fall down off of your longboard.
That was your first mistake.
And it's strapped to your backpack. You're not supposed to land on it.
No. Strapping it to your
exercise?
backpack and not having it in your hand so you can have a nice, refreshing, cool drink of water.
I like my hands free when I'm boarding.
Huh.
How am I supposed to catch Pokemon while I'm riding my longboard down a busy,
now that's a different problem
highway
right there. Is if you're on your phone while you're longboarding, you're never gonna look cool while you do that.
I mean, I wish that me longboarding was
coolest guy I've ever seen in my life was not even someone I saw. This is a story I'm stealing from Jeff, and I remembered that as I was about to claim it as my own. I'm like, wait, this isn't my story, and Jeff listens to the podcast. However, coolest guy Jeff's ever seen in his life was this guy who was skateboarding down the middle of the road in sunglasses and smoking a cigarette. You could have been that guy. I wouldn't advise it, but like you could have been that guy.
I could have. The only time people ever approached me while I was on campus was when I had my longboard on me.
And they're like, wow, he must be cool. Or
actually that is
please.
what happened like
really?
Twice.
I was going to say it was just like
somebody being like, wait, hold on.
The sidewalk.
No, it was actually twice. It was somebody asked once it was somebody who was visiting the college for the first time asking about like, hey, you longboard, is that like actually worth the time? Like, why do you give me deets? And I'm like, yeah, then it's much easier to get around this way. And then the other time was just somebody who liked my design. My little lion. It's one of those things that I actually miss a lot about college is I don't walk nearly as much anymore. Part of that is the pandemic, obviously. Part of that is also like I just don't have anywhere I have to walk to daily anymore. And so I'm walking just like to walk or to walk the dog. It's not the same at all. To the point where I really want to I want to get to the point with Amelia that I can take her out and trust that she'll stay somewhat close to me while on the leash, and then I could actually take the longboard with me. But I highly suspect she would just try to run under the goddamn thing because she's an idiot. She wouldn't fit into the thing, but wouldn't stop her from trying.
Yeah, that does sound a little hazardous to try and do.
I do miss it. I miss longboarding a lot. Actually, I haven't kept up with mine either. I probably need to oil it. I need to do all the maintenance on it that I have definitely been keeping up on. Just like you with your water. Keeping up your water bottles.
Yeah, I have to oil my water bottle very regularly. Otherwise, it starts to squeak. The stickers start to fall off.
Am I right, ladies?
Actually, some of the stickers are starting to fall
off.
What does that mean? I tuned out for a second there.
Hold on. Yeah, what does that mean?
I don't know, man. I don't appreciate that you're calling out my
what does it mean?
My side jab.
And how does it apply to ladies?
I don't appreciate that you're like, hey, that random thing you just said for the purpose of comedy, explain the joke.
Yeah.
No.
I don't get it.
No, I'm not going to explain it.
Why?
Because I don't have a good explanation that will be satisfactory that won't just cause you to just continue to say, but why though?
No, I'll relate with the why. Perhaps you could admit the point of the joke. I just don't. I miss the joke.
Listen, sometimes jokes don't have points.
All right.
See? Noah gets it.
Do I?
I don't think that either of us do.
You guys, how you doing?
I was doing fine until just a second ago, and now I'm just confused. Y'all like Thomas the Tank Engine?
No. What? No, why'd you say that?
I got a point, I promise.
As a concept, or as a show, or as a product?
I'll bite Noah.
I guess all three, but I'm specifically thinking of the show.
Yeah, he vibe. It's a show. I have the theme song stuck in my head endlessly. So thanks for that. That's
There's a theme song?
The little music that plays at the beginning. Bum, 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 bum.
I mean,
so you don't know who the conductor is, or was?
No.
Well, man, so the conductor was a character who would narrate the story, and appear at the beginning of each episode, and then there would be all the, the Thomas the Tank Engine parts. He's out here being a train with all his train friends. But
wasn't it Alec Baldwin for a while?
Mm-hmm.
It might have been, but you know who it was for a while was Ringo Starr. You may know who Ringo Starr is because he was the drummer of the Beatles.
Thank you for saying it properly.
I did know.
I was reminded last night of something that my former boss had said, and I just need to float this idea past you guys so I can know I'm not insane. You ready?
I'm in.
I was told, and Jeff was told, that Ringo Starr, while we in America know him as the drummer for the Beatles. Over in England, they actually know him as the conductor from Thomas the Tank Engine. He's much more famous there as the conductor than he is as the drummer for the Beatles.
I 100% do not believe that at all.
I don't think that's true.
I don't think that's true either. But boy, howdy, if I didn't get told that.
Yeah.
No,
What did you say?
There's some
maybe.
things that you play into because you don't want to get into the conversation, right? Sometimes you do that. But this one, I'm just like, I don't think that's true. But I had to go, and I couldn't maintain conversation about it.
Well, and not for nothing, dude. That's what 20 years after like the height of the Beatles. Like that was in the
it's like the guy
80s.
was pretending that the Beatles weren't a British band. It's like they didn't become super famous in England and then moved to America.
I actually had forgotten that George Carlin did it in the 90s, which is pretty.
I'm sorry,
phenomenal.
George Carlin was the conductor?
In the first 4 series in the US version, he was also the official American Thomas narrator after Ringo Starr left. Yeah.
That's kind of funny.
I am so.
How much money was Thomas the Tank Engine paying to these people?
I mean, they had
Fat
Alec
stacks.
Baldwin on for a while.
Fat stacks.
So pretty big stacks. I am mixed on George Carlin.
Yeah, I mean, he jerked off on a phone call and said, "Are you okay with this?" to the person he was on the phone with, who like, what's she gonna do? She gonna tell him no and then lose her career?
I did not hear about this. I just meant on his
Oh
comedy
no,
set.
I thought you were talking about how he
right.
recently got canceled. Am I thinking of the right guy?
No, I didn't hear about this. George Carlin?
been dead
No,
for
I'm
a
thinking of the other
while.
guy. I'm thinking of the
Dead
other
for a
guy. I
long
apologize.
while.
I'm thinking of the wrong guy.
You're thinking of the guy who was in what's the other comedian that I know who you're talking about.
I don't,
Episode.
but I'll take your word for it.
I don't remember his name, but I always confuse him with George Carlin. Yeah, no, I have issues with George on his comedy angle because he's just a little too edgy for me.
George Lopez.
I feel like he, at least, unlike some edgy comedians, he wasn't saying it just to be edgy. He actually did believe what he was
Louis
saying.
C.K. is the guy I was thinking of.
It doesn't mean I have to agree with it.
Louis C.K. is a...
Oh yeah, no, fuck Louis C.K. Louis C.K. is super cancelable. Louis C.K. was cancelable before that, honestly, I feel like.
Yeah.
I feel like his comedy didn't have much to stand on before that, even.
George is fine. But, like, I don't like him.
What about George Lopez?
A saint, honestly. No issues with...
I remember that time when his wife gave him a kidney when he was dying, and then he cheated on his wife when he got out of the surgery.
That's main character energy.
That is main character energy.
Fuck both of you.
I mean, he's right. I don't like it.
Are you
but he is
praising
right.
George Lopez for cheating on his wife after she did something
No.
incredibly
I didn't say it was
selfless
a
for him?
good thing, but it is objectively main character energy.
I don't think it's main character. Not good main character, though. He's like...
No,
Yeah,
no.
what's your favorite fucking main character? Oh, I love when Thomas the Tank Engine fucks some woman after his wife gave him a kidney.
See, I'm more thinking like soap opera, like main character soap opera energy.
I just don't... Could you imagine being married to that man?
I don't stand. No, nobody should stand fucking.
Wait, the joke is
Lopez
being married
either.
to George Lopez now?
But like, no, not to be like dunk on his wife. Wow, can't believe that she was married to him. But like, man, that sucks because, man.
And what are you gonna do? Ask for your kidney back? I don't think so.
Imagine loving someone enough to, and by some miracle being a valid donor and being like, you know, husband, I appreciate you. Take my kidney. And George is like, oh yeah, I can bone even better with this new kidney. And then he cheats on her.
I love the mentality of like, oh shit, I got a new kidney? I can fuck so much better now. My body wasn't able to filter out the toxins? Wait, what?
Now it's starting to sound like fucking fundamentalism again.
What?
You guys, I don't want to explain that one on the air. You guys, I'm tired. I'm so
I've
tired.
noticed.
All the time. You guys know fucking...
Oh, I know fucking alright.
You guys
So
know
does George
You guys
Lopez.
know Barack Obama is getting a podcast now?
He didn't have
What do
one
you
yet?
mean getting one? Like he's being like
I'm
allowed to have
glad
No,
one?
that
he
we
has
can
one now.
finally let
Him and,
Obama have a podcast.
I'm glad that some society's progressed to the point. I'm blanking who it's with.
Bruce Springsteen.
That would be
Thank you.
great.
which is the really the bigger part. If you ask me, but.
He's a new podcast. Do you think we could have him on here to give him a little bit of a boost?
That's what I was gonna say. No, that's where this was going. Yes, and also that wasn't. I don't know if you know. No, that wasn't a joke. It ended actually Obama and Springsteen.
Oh, wait, really?
I know, right?
Yeah,
I know, right?
Yeah, Barack Obama and Bruce Springsteen have a podcast now. It's called Renegades.
What? Please say that.
I love the idea of people being like Barack Obama. That guy's a renegade.
Dude, I love it. I think it's very funny.
You know,
please say you're joking.
No, say it right now. No, it's on Spotify.
Yeah, you can watch the Barack Obama Bruce Springsteen podcast.
Mm-hmm. But my point is, yes, now that Barack Obama is in the podcast community, can we get him on the show?
I mean, I've been trying for a while to get him on, but
he just won't answer my calls.
Renegades born in the USA. What? I hate that. Oh no.
Why?
No one's right.
I don't hate. Of all the things, I hate the born in the USA the least.
I hate this whole thing. I was fine with it when I thought that the punchline was, and then there's Bruce Springsteen. I thought that was a joke. I was fine with that. But now that I know that unironically, Barack Obama and Bruce Springsteen are out here podcasting it up once a week or whatever it is that their podcast does, I hate that so much. That's just, I despise that.
Why? I'm actually curious as to why you hate it. Beyond the beyond the Jacksons, I don't like Barack Obama, and I don't like any president.
Jackson's stance alone.
Fine. That's one thing. No, it's not. But I'm summarizing because I don't want to go into the niche of it in this moment.
Know that I want to get into why I don't like this podcast concept while I'm being recorded. Okay, I don't know that I'll be able to put the words together in a way that will sound correct while also my brain work. Yeah, I can't put all the words together as to why I like it. You know what I mean?
Can't handle it right now. That's fair.
It fucking sucks.
That's fair.
I just strongly dislike this idea.
I think that every president, once they're out of office, should have a podcast.
I think every president, once they're out of office, should guest on Bruce Springsteen and Obama's podcast.
Ooh,
starting with Jimmy Carter right now, before that poor man dies.
We gotta get in there quick for Jimmy to show up.
Dude, he hasn't got a lot of time though. We gotta go.
He's too busy building houses. He doesn't have time for podcasts.
Good for him.
Wasn't he regarded as like a really shitty president by like most people?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And now, now he's not a president anymore, and he's like doing actual decent human things.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that's to make up for terrible things he did in office or not. But
it's almost like being in a presidential position forces you to make really, really bad decisions and make some horrible public choices that are being made, and by definition makes you a fucking maybe not worse person, but at least not as good of a person.
Almost like executive power is inherently bad.
Man.
Mm-hmm. I'm just saying I think we can get Barack Obama on the podcast now.
Hit it, Bruce.
I want to hear Barack Obama's fucking
See, no, here's the thing that I hate the most, right? Because I know that podcast is going to be like I know that they're going to fade out as the guitar hits and Born in the USA starts to play. I know that's the theme song of the podcast without a doubt, because why wouldn't it be? They have the access, they can do it. But there's something about that also that rubs me the wrong way. And maybe it's just
I don't want to make the joke.
No, the joke is funny. It's a really funny joke. No. Maybe it's just because I'm jealous because I don't know what music would be best attached to our podcast. Like if we were to license a song as our theme song, right?
Party Rock
Anthem starts playing, we'd be like, hey, everybody have a good time, and the song starts playing because we're cool that way, But like, I don't know. I just think about that every now and then where like I've legitimately thought about like trying to redo our theme, but I lost all my files from when I made it. So I can't.
I know what would be perfect. It would be Entry of the Gladiators.
I don't know what that is.
That's what our intro should be.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, just go ahead and look it up. You'll know real quick what it is.
Or you could at least tell me anything about it.
Good.
It's like no. It's funnier if you go look it up. It's funny if you play a clip of it right now. Here, I'll even send the link.
I don't think you can play a clip of it.
I'm pretty sure you can. It's old. It's very, very old. There it is.
Is this about to turn into circus music?
Thanks for playing. I feel like all music should have a point where like everyone has to ask themselves, is this about to become circus music?
Okay. Okay. It's the circus song.
Yeah, it's the circus. But see, it would have been less funny if I'd explained it. You had to hear it for yourself.
I really do stand by my take of I think all music should have a point where you say,
honestly,
this gonna be circus music?
Man, do you think that they knew that song was going to be such a joke of a song when it was created?
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
All musicians know that what they're doing is a joke.
I just got my text. I am at time. I will see you guys later. I have no plugs this week because I am out of town, so no fucking streams this week. Enjoy the rest of the podcast, guys, and I will see you all a little later.
Bye, Dan.
Bye.
All right, now that that loser's gone, we can talk about real things.
Yeah, Noah, do you think do you think that Bruce Springsteen is good?
I don't have any issues with his music. I don't even know that I have any issues with him as a person.
I like him pretty well. I like his music pretty well. Pretty good.
I think it's just the concept of Obama and Springsteen.
Oh no, it's absolutely like mind-numbing. Yeah, no,
it's kind of like how Bazinga is a real world like magic spell that causes mental damage.
Mm-hmm.
This podcast concept is causing me that same damage.
Yeah, no, that's true. That is just correct. And I don't know how to like put it into words. Like you said, like it's a weird idea. But I did see it advertised to me on Spotify, and then I said no, thank you.
Well, I mean, I've also seen Joe Rogan advertised to me on Spotify, so like, Spotify's not all that.
No, what do you listen to music on usually?
Spotify. Pretty much exclusively Spotify.
I think it's convenient.
I think you've mentioned this before, but at this point, switching over to a different music service is going to be more inconvenient than it's worth.
You get too far gone.
Mm-hmm. So as long as I'm here on Spotify, I may as well.
Yeah, I can agree with that. I think it's just easier to keep things in their giant library instead of trying to like redo like 6,000 songs or whatever, while also getting used to a new like, user interface.
Because that's an issue I have every single time I open up iTunes for like work reasons. Is it takes me 5 minutes to figure out how to get to where I need to go.
Oh, yeah.
Because they've changed it since I knew how to use it.
See, I'm just like so far removed from like Apple products that I just don't know how they work.
Pretty reasonable,
like,
I think.
You were to hand me an iPhone and I could maybe find out how to text somebody. Like it just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I know my way around their settings pages now, only because I use them at work.
Mm-hmm.
But
and that's fair because I mean you have experience with it. You're using it. It seems so foreign to me.
Mm-hmm. It is what it is. Got a big love-hate relationship with Apple.
Oh, hello, Krampus. Are you coming on the podcast?
Oh, Krampus is here.
Oh, why are you scratching me? What are you doing? Okay, well, I guess she's not going to say anything. That's been our guest, everybody. Woo!
Best guest. Woo.
Yeah. We should have a podcast episode where it's just cats.
How would we do that?
The whole episode. It's just like cats on a video. And you just see what they do.
I mean, I guess.
What do you think we should do our first Spanish language
It might take me a minute. Because I do need to learn the Spanish language first.
What if we just like came out with like what if we just did like an episode of the podcast where it was none of us, like none of the hosts, and then it was completely in a foreign language?
I think that would be fun, but I also have no idea how I would edit that. I'm not against this idea.
Imagine you're just like, oh yeah, I can't wait to listen to the podcast today, and it's just like in Korean, and you're like, oh. Can I get some listener feedback on the idea of us doing a completely unexplained foreign language episode?
I feel like that would probably do about as well as our totally unexplained true crime podcast episode.
That's true. Yeah.
Which I guess would be not that great.
from a positive level, really, there's
That's
nowhere
true.
to go but up. So you heard it here first, folks. We're doing a Spanish episode next week.
You love to see it. You love to see it.
No, is that true?
I mean,
Are
I'm
you on
not
board?
because I don't know how, but you know, someone's gonna do it, and I'm gonna love it.
Okay. Well, you got any summer? You got any summer plans?
Kind of, actually.
Fun summer plans.
With having a yard, I think we've talked about how I'm gonna have a garden. So I'm definitely gonna be looking into like what exactly we're looking to grow, because I know I'm after tomatoes and zucchini.
You're going for them.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna track those tomatoes and zucchini down right now.
Zucchini are nice, but I would definitely suggest you keep them in check.
Yes.
If you get even one more zucchini than you think you're gonna need.
Yeah, Nina and I were talking about it, and she's like, I don't know, we'll get maybe 1 or 2 plants. And I'm like, no, we only need 1 plant. I do promise you that. Because
zucchini
they
take
start
over.
growing, and then they don't stop growing, and you need to make sure that you destroy them at the end of the year if you don't want 30 zucchini back next year.
You must destroy them. No, what's your you seen any movies recently?
I did actually. Not anywhere.
Oh, what'd you watch?
I watched Hellfest. You see that one?
I don't know what that is. Nope.
So Hellfest was a kind of a shitty slasher that came out in 2018, but I'm not gonna lie to you, it was actually a fun time. It's just a dumb movie, but I didn't not have fun watching it, and I think that makes it just fine. You know?
Yeah.
The whole premise is there's a guy who stalks like haunted houses and like haunted mazes.
You know what?
And he kills people.
I think I might know what you're talking about. Is it like the? It's like a carnival almost type deal.
Yeah, big haunted carnival type of thing.
Like I remember there's like a guy that gets killed in like a back alley by a guy wearing like a mask. Does he like take the mask off?
No,
and he's
that's
ugly
the
or
mask.
Something? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like there's a lot of times when like people take the mask off and they're just like ugly in movies, especially in horror movies. Like the real horror was just being
exactly. That is frustratingly the issue so many times.
Trust me, if that's the real horror, then I'm living in one of the scariest movies we've ever been in.
Yeah, I thought it was a really fun one though. It didn't like, you know, one of those things where if you are being stalked all night by a scare actor, and you go to the park security and you're like, hey, I've been getting stalked all night by some guy in a mask. He's not going to say, lady, you just described 14 different employees. They're going to take actual stalking a little more seriously, right?
Yeah, because best case scenario, it's just
exactly. You're going to call out on the radio and it's like, hey, you guys know you're not supposed to stalk people like this. Cut it out. And then you move on. You don't dismiss the concerns out of hand. I mean, maybe you do. Maybe.
Hey, this guy's being really weird with me. And they're like, whatever. It's a haunted house. People are gonna be waiting to eat.
Like, they should be like, oh, line in the movie. Good. It's like, it's a haunted house. You're paying to be scared. You're scared, ain't you? And it's like, yo. But beyond that, it was a very enjoyable movie. I had a good time with it. I don't know. Do you watch any movies recently?
No.
Unfortunate.
Did I?
I don't know.
Watched Paul Blart Mall Cop again recently.
Is that good?
That's great. Yeah.
Okay. I'm glad that you enjoyed watching.
You ever seen Paul Blart Mall Cop?
I have not.
It's a movie that I would recommend.
I have,
but I think a lot of people are scared to tell you that. You know, a lot of the Paul Blart heads out there have been kind of kept down.
You really gonna call yourself a
Paul
Blart head?
I'm a bit of a Blart head, yeah. Yeah.
A Blart head.
The only problem with Paul Blart is that they never made a third one.
Didn't they? I guess they.
No, they only made 2.
They only make 2, didn't they?
I know, it's a tragedy.
I mean,
every day I wake up and check on movie announcements on Twitter.
Just, I love the idea that you have like a Google alert set up for like any talk of Paul Blart.
Okay, Google, send me an alert whenever Paul Blart Mall Cop 3 gets announced. With any news relating to Paul Blart Mall Cop.
On a plus side though, Spider-Man 2 is trending. So
right now?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know.
All right.
I don't need a reason. I think they're just talking about it.
Yeah, I feel like that's one of those movies that's really good. I've said that before a time or two.
I mean, it is enjoyable. As far as the Spider-Man movies that were made go, Spider-Man 2 is definitely up there as one of
I
my
mean, I've
favorites.
said before and I'll say again, it is my absolute favorite Spider-Man movie. But I also don't really like superhero movies or Spider-Man movies
Hmm.
that much. So, I'm
Hmm.
not necessarily like the one you should look to for Spider-Man opinions. But if you did look to me for a Spider-Man opinion, I'm gonna tell you, check out 2.
You know what else is trending? Goya is trending again because their CEO says Donald Trump is still
Oh,
the actual president of the United States.
that's weird. Didn't they just
Man,
don't they just make like beans?
yeah.
Oh, the bean guy is trending again because he's being racist.
Oh, that's.
Oh, the Conservative Political Action Conference he was at.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, I don't even know what's going on. I just am seeing that's trending, and then Lady Gaga's dogs have been recovered. Where the what? Someone stole her dogs?
They have. Uh, so here, yeah, let me tell you a story about that.
Oh yeah,
So,
tell me the
her dog
story.
walker got shot, and the dogs were stolen. But
Is
don't
your dog
worry,
walker okay?
I have no idea because that's all that I heard about the dog walker is that they got shot and the dogs are recovered.
I feel like yeah, the concern should be more for
Wild,
the
isn't it?
dog walker than no offense, Lady Gaga's dogs, but they're not people.
Right? Nothing against her dogs. I'm sure that they're great dogs. But I do feel like I feel like we should be concerned about the dog
Yeah, who
walker.
got shot? Yeah, I don't know. That is, I do hate when they do that kind of stuff. In terms of like misleading headline.
He is stable.
Oh, that's good.
He texted a friend from the hospital saying he's breathing on his own. So he was in a bad way.
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad he's okay though. That's good.
Yikes. He looks like
You're gonna roast him. Are you gonna roast him right
okay,
now?
so
Or no?
Letterkenny, right? So you know
Mhm.
Letterkenny. Dickens,
I
you know
don't.
Dickens? He's the fast talking auctioneer.
I haven't seen that show in like 4 years. Four,
Oh.
or maybe even more.
Okay. Well,
It was not in the first 2
here, I'm gonna
seasons.
I'm
I
gonna
don't
send
know
you
it.
this picture. He looks like Eminem crossed with the auctioneer.
I can believe that, but I don't really know what the auctioneer looks like.
Yeah, I'm
Maybe I should watch
trying
Letterkenny
to find him.
again.
Letterkenny's a good time. Maybe he just looks like Jimmy Dickens in hindsight. No, Eminem's definitely there.
Where is he?
I
I
don't
think
know.
no. I think you might just be having person in a cowboy hat syndrome. That might just be a person in a cowboy hat.
No. No, because if you cross the two,
No, I don't
it's the
think so at all.
same.
Actually, I really
No?
no. Maybe we should call it an episode.
Maybe we should. I don't know. I'm seeing it. It's Eminem's beard is what's doing it for me.
Eminem has a beard.
Yeah, he's
I
got a
just feel
beard
like I'm so
now.
disconnected from everything. Like I didn't even know Eminem had a beard. Not that I guess I should. I mean, it's Eminem. He's not like a cornerstone of our society or anything.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't really kept up with him in a very
That's
long
good. He
time.
sucks.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't think
I don't know.
I never really liked him in the first place, but like as an adult, I'm like, why do people think that guy's great?
I still enjoy his old music, but like I don't think he's put out a good album in quite a while, and I don't think people who really relate to his music are good people. So,
Yeah, and I think that's a lot of like his fans are like, he's literally me, and you're like, oh, that's bad.
yeah. It reminds me of the Hard Times article that was Eminem terrified to meet daughter's boyfriend who grew up on his music.
I do like the Hard Times articles for the most part.
I like their titles.
Oh,
Usually the
I
articles get a
never
little
actually
too
read the
wordy.
articles. You just read the title.
Hmm.
You got any games coming up you're excited for?
I'm playing the Medium this week, which I don't know anything about, but I'm pretty pumped about. It gives big Silent Hill vibes.
Very.
Yeah. Let's see. Let me just look up, see if there's a little write up about it. Psychological horror game developed by Bloober Team.
It's not a scary name for a team.
Who's Bloober Team?
Oh, you don't know Bloober Team? Get a load of this guy.
I
Get a load of
don't,
this
but
guy.
man, I'm sold. I'm sold. Oh, they did Layers of Fear. Okay.
Was it the staircase game?
I've heard great things about Layers of Fear. Yeah. Well, I mean, there's stairs in it. It's painting. There's like a guy, I think he was painting with like blood in his paints on the skin of his wife.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, I heard it was a really good game. But yeah, The Medium. I had someone recommend it to me. I'm going to be checking it out, and I'm pretty pumped about it.
Before long, the
Uh, I
Warriors is gonna be
have
coming out.
I have a meeting on Thursday. So instead of streaming at 6, I'm going to start streaming a little later, probably around like 7, and it's going to be a late stream where I play a scary game. I am very excited for it. That's my whole plan.
Sounds good to me. I'm not gonna be streaming anything. Thank you.
Fair enough. You done? You want us to wrap up?
I don't know if I got much else.
I think that's about it. We kind of lost our direction probably earlier when I couldn't hear anything, so that's on me.
I don't think we ever had direction. Don't worry.
Okay, well, I feel a little better about that. You can check out the podcast at The Off the Air, Facebook at OTA Podcast, and Patreon at Off the Air. If you want to make us say things, yada yada ba ba. We got enamel pins coming to all patrons soon. Pretty freaking stoked about that, if I'm being honest. That's about it. So thanks for review us on Apple Podcasts. That super helps us out a lot. Thank you much, and we'll catch you next week.